Hi everyone, welcome to this fun video. This fun video is made to celebrate 30,000 followers on Instagram. So what I thought was I'd paint a Space Marine, a 30k Marine in 30 minutes to celebrate 30,000 followers. So yeah, this is just a bit of fun really. So what you're seeing now is just a speeded up version of me painting the Space Marine. So I picked one of the Mark IV armor Space Marines to paint. So it's Heresy Marine, so it's 30k, and I picked a very easy colour scheme. Well, one that I thought I could do in half an hour. In 30 minutes, so that's Iron Warriors. So basically I sprayed the model black and then I gave it a spray of lead belcher spray, and what I'm doing now is I'm just giving the whole model a wash, and this is a mix of Norn oil with a little bit of Black Templar mixed in, and I'm just literally slapping it on the model as quick as I can with the timer running out already. So I don't normally paint very fast, so this is a new experience for me, but I thought it'd be quite fun and a bit of a challenge, so I just filmed the whole thing and then I'm just talking over it now as well. You'll probably notice that as the video goes on, I start running out of time and get a little bit more stressed as well. So, and what you'll see is me cutting away, and the model will disappear, and that's when I'm using the hairdryer. Like now, you can't see anything, so it's pretty boring. But I kept the camera rolling because I wanted to show that I actually did it in 30 minutes as well. So I'm just blasting it with the hairdryer right now as well. So yeah, it's the drying time that really eats into painting. So so that was pretty much dry. I think I went on to, yeah, the base was a sculpted base with this miniature. It's a push fit Space Marine. So I just thought, to contrast with the steel that was going to be on the model, I did some warm brown. So I just really started slapping on some Doomball. Because I knew that would take time to dry, so I did the parts that would take the longest time to dry first and the largest areas. So I'm really just getting that colour on there now, trying to be as neat as I can, with the time given. So just going around all of this. So like I say, this whole thing was just, I asked for some suggestions on my Instagram account from people saying, what can I do to celebrate 30,000 followers, because I always like to try and do something at a milestone, and loads of people said something 30k related, so it was obvious. So I just went through my boxes of miniatures and I thought, what can I find, and I had a few models, but this one was one of the few Heresy miniatures that I had, so Mark IV Marine. Then I had to look around at some of the colour schemes. Oh, now I'm going over the whole armour with Agrax. So I had a look at this is Agrax Earthshade. So I had a look at the colour schemes online of the Iron Warriors, and next to the Iron Hands, the Iron Warriors were very, like a bit, the metal was a bit dirtier, and very brown. So I thought give a wash all over as well, and change the tone of the armour a little bit as well, made it a little bit more interesting. So I'm just slapping that on whilst the base is drying. But yeah, so I asked for suggestions about what to do, and everybody said something 30k related. So I thought, okay, I'll scrap this Marine, and I thought 30k, 30,000 followers, and I thought, can I do it in 30 minutes? So that's the challenge. And I think my friend Scott, he did a similar thing as well, trying to paint Space Marine in 30 minutes. But it's really tough because you think, oh, I can do that, but then the time really runs out. There you go. There's the hairdryer going now. You can see what's going on. And you probably notice my camera work gets really sloppy towards the end as well, because I just start concentrating on trying to get the model finished rather than trying to show you what's going on. So yeah, there we go. Let me move it into focus. Blacking out the shoulder pads now. So using a size 2, it's quite a large brush. I knew that this was probably one of the simpler cut schemes, but then the hazard stripes that the Iron Warriors have on them was going to cause me a bit of trouble towards the end as well. So I just tried to get as much done as I could really quickly, giving me time to do the hazard stripes at the end. So it's interesting to see how much time I had left at the end for that. And it's going to be either this, Dark Angels, or Iron Hands. I did think about White Scars as well, but I thought white armour might be even trickier. So this is me just using the same black. So this is black paint. I just thinned it down. I just slap it on the base, just whilst I had it on my brush. So just thinned it down with water, just daubing it on real quick, so this can dry whilst I'm working on other areas. Just picking out all the detail on the sculpted base, and giving the shoulder pads another coat. I'm going over the knee pad as well there. I think I needed to do the gun casing at this point as well, so like this bit actually took longer than the shoulder pads. It was a bit fiddly going around all the metal areas, but I couldn't just leave it metal. I thought it really needed to be black gun casing because I had a look at the reference. I mean, I could have just left the whole gun metal and just left it and got away with it, but you know, I'm a bit fussy, so I just thought I'd paint it black as well. Because I thought, I've got plenty of time, this is easy. It was quite strange painting one of the old school Marines, as it were, because I've been painting loads of Primaris Marines, so this was, obviously they were a lot smaller, so it was a bit of a change for me. So I don't know what I'm doing next thing. My awesome camera work. Okay, I went on to the eyes. I thought, alright, I need, before my hand starts shaking through stress, I better paint some eyes, so that's what I did next. To at least get some red in the eyes. Get those important parts done. And went over the gun casing again, because you can still see some of the metallic streaks. So the lead Belcher spray, and then with that wash that I used, so the Norn Oil and black ink, that's the same mix that I use for my Silver Skull Space Marines that you might have seen. And I pretty much just do the same thing. I slap it on really fast, keep the brush moving, let it dry, and then for my troops, that's it. I don't highlight them, but my characters get a highlight. But yeah, it's just that's the difference really. It's just the same method, but then I don't do the Norn Oil, the Agrax wash. So this is the end of the flamer. This is a bit of Doom Ball, just thin down, just slapping that on. It looks quite strong at this point, but when it's dry, it tones down a lot. So I just wanted to give it that scorched end feeling. So I thought I'd get that on, let that dry whilst I'm working on other areas. And the eyes, I think the red that I did in the eyes was quite dull, so I got an extra, I think it was Evilson Scarlet, just popped a bit of that in there. And I made a mistake there, so I had to go and fix that. I thought, oh yeah, I've got loads of time here, I'll do a highlight on the black. So I took some Dawnstone and just started knocking a highlight on the black. This is another mistake, I think. Just one highlight on the black. I thought I'd get away with that. So I think at this point I thought I should put a highlight on the shoulder pads as well. This was really, I should not have done this. I tried to do it and it was wasting time. But I did a little highlight on the shoulder pads. I should have just left them. What did I go on to next? Oh, probably using the hairdryer there, maybe. Some more, so some black on the scorching, so just thin down black paint. So doing that brown then black, thin down is good for scorch marks. You can do that on jetpacks and things as well. Let's do it on flamers. So I think this is when I put the transfer on. I don't think it looked finished with that transfer, so before the video started I cheated a bit. I cut the transfer out and left it in some water so that it was ready to slide on. So hopefully that's not cheating, you'll forgive me for that. So I put the transfer on there. And the transfer wasted a bit of my time. It didn't want to sit in the right place, so it took a little bit of nudging around with a brush to get it centered. And that was quite annoying. If it just gone on in the right place to begin with, it would have saved me a few seconds. Yeah, I got it on there. I think I was approaching the 10, halfway through soon, and then really started stressing. So I started dry brushing the base. I think I did some scrag brown on the base just to warm it up a bit, just to pick out those edges. Quick dry brush with a dry brush. It's all over. So normally, I've slowed down quite a lot recently with my painting since I say recently, over the last few years, since I don't do it professionally anymore. I do sculpting, so my paintings slow down a lot now, but I don't normally paint at this pace, so it was quite interesting to say the least. do I do next? The edge of the base, there we go. So this was, I think it was Rhinox hide, or yeah, Rhinox hide on the edge. So the edge of bases, when I do them, I always do them slightly darker than the top of the bases, and it helps pop out the top part of the figure. So darker brown. It's a dark warm brown, so keep that in mind if you're painting a base. If it's like a grey base, do a dark grey edge, or if it's a green base, do a dark green edge. That's normally the rule of thumb for that. See, this is information. This is good information you're getting whilst you're watching this. And then yeah, I got a bit of silver and just pops it on the end of the flamer. Just quite like it. Just picks out a bit of detail. Maybe I could have got away with not doing that, but it was such a quick thing. I thought it would be nice. So just I'm gonna go over the transfer again there. Maybe using the hairdryer. I can't remember. Yeah, I think I am. So, you can notice my camera work getting really bad now because I'm starting to stress out. Okay, going over the edge of the base again. Incidentally, if you're not following me on Instagram, I think I'd put a link in the description if you want to go over there. I've got loads of stuff from my gallery and other things as well, I think you can see, not just videos. So, bit of shameless self-promotion. Okay, so I'll do a couple of coats on the edge of the base, so just to give it that strong colour. I think I could have saved a bit of time as well by having all of my pots open and ready, but I don't think many people paint like that. Oh, here we go. This is the bit. So it's like, okay, so I didn't have long left. I thought I thought, what have I missed? And it's the hazard stripes, because that's what makes Iron Warriors Iron Warrior. So I needed to get those on. So I think this is Avalon Sunset. So I just literally started getting some stripes on the shoulder pad as neat as I could, as quick as I could, and immediately started messing it up. So I got trying to get these on. And I thought I just forgot about the camera at this point, and obviously you can tell. I just thought, got to get them on there. Got to finish this in 30 minutes. So yeah, this will do. Get some stripes on. I did want to try and put some on the knee as well, but I forgot about them, which is good because I only just had enough time to do these, I think. So I went over them twice because it was a bit streaky, obviously going over black. Some of them were a bit wobbly as well. I think the base had a skull on it, which I wanted to paint, which I didn't have time. But yeah, it's not the end of the world. Off those stripes now. So you see they made a big difference, you know, okay, it's an Iron Warrior, you can tell now, just with those stripes on, you can tell. So I think I thinned down some Scrag Brown now, because the stripes were quite harsh, so I just literally thinned down some Scrag Brown really quick, just washed it towards the top and the bottom of those stripes, just to give it a bit of shading. Scrag Brown's a great shade for yellow. And then I knocked the camera. And then I put a little tuft of grass in the front of the base as well, so I thought, why not? That's just one of the self-adhesive ones. Once again, really concentrating on my camera work there. So they're just neatening up the black now. The yellow slipped over onto some of the metal, so just going around as quick as I can. Again, it's something like neat. The idea is this model gets given away. So if you comment on this post on my Instagram, you can win this model if you want to. There we go. So I'm just dotting a bit of damage onto the yellow as well, just to give it that beaten look here and there. And really quick, last thing I did was just wash some of that Scrag Brown around the boots just to give him a dirty feel, like he's in that environment. There we go. And then I ran out of time pretty much now, and I put it down. So there's the finished model. So you can see the glorious paint job, which is never going to win a golden diamond, but it's neat. I probably wanted to put some gold here and there on some of the eagles as well, but it's finished. So that was a 30-minute, 30k Space Marine to celebrate 30,000 followers on Instagram. I hope you enjoyed that, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.